surprise. Boogz coming out, Atlanta Falcons uniforms, Lamar Jackson, 95 overall at the helm. On the flip side, SeriousMoe, Arizona Cardinals, and we've gone from the indoor confines of Ford Field, where I think Mo thought maybe Boogz would have a little more energy as a big Detroit Lions fan. We now go to the 12-person stadium for the LA Chargers, where the soccer fans load up each and every week.
Yeah, normally these guys like to play in domes with no wind or anything like that, so a little change here. Last night we were watching the Regs, and it was like what we were watching. They were playing in Arrowhead, but
With
there
the
was a Falcons logo.
Yeah.
Which was kind of odd that we saw. But Boogz, speaking of the Falcons, your Atlanta Falcons Club Series champion, he'll be participating in the Final 32 coming up next week. Just interested to see what he does here tonight. Last night he ran kind of an off-brand offense in Friday Night Football, a lot of tight offs at tight end, ran some spread. Didn't really run what we know him to run, that meta bunch that he has really created and run with over the last several years. One of the guys that comes to your mind when you talk about that offense is certainly Boogz.
Boogz, of course, won his first two matchups, so he'll be invited back for Friday Night Football number 46 in 2 weeks' time. Just a reminder, guys, no Friday Night Football next week because of the club championships. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time, just after Christmas Day, with more Friday Night Football action.
But make sure that you guys, just because there's no Friday Night Football this coming Friday, make sure that you guys are watching the club series. Nick will be out there in Redwood along with all the other great casters there. I know RG's hanging out with us in the chat. Hope to see him out there as well, calling that Final 32, the biggest tournament of the year, that Club Series championship.
$100,000 and a belt on the line. $700,000 prize pool in the NFL Club Championships. First play for Boogz, picks up 9. And we always talk about this first quarter, especially when you're facing new opponents, you're seeing new cap lineups. This is really a feeling out process, trying to get comfortable and get into a groove.
So last night he ran with the Ravens, and we wondered why he switched off the Seahawks to the Ravens. And I think the answer is the fact that he's in the New Orleans Saints offense, recently got the Gun Taysom Hill package, which allows you to run Lamar Jackson as a primary ball carrier. And that's what we're going to see right here. He's able to audible into that formation or go to, the tight offset tight end. So, this isn't his primary offense, but there's enough firepower that he knows about in this playbook that I still anticipate that he'll have a very good approach offensively. And here we go.
There goes Lamar in open space, sliding down to the 40-yard line. Give him 21, Zan. It's just like watching the Baltimore Ravens in real life, man. Lamar in open space is the most dynamic player in the NFL.
Yeah, the dude is unreal. I mean, we talked about that last night with how the Ravens run him as a primary ball carrier. He just broke Michael Vick's single-season rushing record. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this, Nick. If Michael Vick were in the offense, that Greg Roman offense in Baltimore that Lamar is in right now, would the record be higher, you think? I mean, he basically did that scrambling. It wasn't designed runs. Or is it just a different era?
I think it's a different era. I think you've got different defenses built. You don't have quite the athleticism at the linebacker position. I think when Vic was playing, it was all about big, strong linebackers. Now you see more of that hybrid linebacker that can play in nickel and that what I like to call the Deion Jones build. Pass coverage, a little more athleticism. It's tough to say, though. I mean, again, people are quick to say, he broke the record. He's better than Vic. But, man, how good was Michael Vick in his time, and how good is Boogz? First drive, 1 touchdown. Nice pass.
At Rocket Mortgage, we get that a home is more than a house. It's your escape, your fortress, your arena. So we'll be here when you need us, handling house so you can do home. Rocket Mortgage, official mortgage lender of esports.
So we thought, Boogz was going to be fine offensively. He can make any offensive playbook work for himself as he's one of the most prolific passers in our community. The question is, what is his run defense going to look like against Eric Dickerson? We saw Clef didn't fare too well in the last game with no secure tacklers on the field. We're going to see what Boogz does right here. And, I mean, you take a look at his roster. The first thing I see, he's got Ed Reed playing inside linebacker. So, I mean, he's got some unique ways to kind of set up his depth chart and get some extra speed on the field, but maybe he's going to need those secure tacklers out there to chase Dickerson around the field. Going with the more speedy option, maybe you can pursue to the edge, but will you finish those one-on-one tackles?
Appreciate the sub from Z Thumbs. 3 months at Tier 1. Appreciate the love, man. 7-0 Boogz on top early. And now we get to see SeriousMoe's offense come back out on the field. For Mo, the story in his game against Clef, Eric Dickerson went off.
Was that Miami Dolphins Club Series Z-Thumbs? Okay.
I think so.
I believe it is. If so, I mean, either way, thank you for the support, man. And if it is you, congratulations.
Does anyone know why Mo is so serious?
My first Madden tournament, I went to Madden 10. I went out to a tournament in Canton, Ohio, and I was so upset with my performance out there. My first tournament ever. My now wife says at the time, how'd you do? And I said, I lost to a 7-year-old. He was blonde. He had a chili bowl, and I feel like I should retire. And she goes, what was his name? And I said, SeriousMoe. All these years later, I mean, you're talking about a guy. Many view him as a top 5 player ever.
By the way, we saw another one of those diamonds in chat for our Friday Night Football winners. The man who is still the record holder for the most consecutive wins in Friday Night Football history, D. Croft, in the chat.
Yes, D. Croft, Friday Night Football veteran, made some big waves last year, won 14 Friday Night Football games in a row before ultimately falling one game short of a three-peat to Clef the God. Clef, of course, last night tried to break that record, fell just a little bit short with his 12 wins in a row after winning Friday Night Football number 43 and 44. But still, that's one hell of a run from Clef, and pocketed an extra $250 here today. He'll still be available to be voted for in the final matchup today. So when we get around to that final, our 7th and final game of the stream today, make sure you guys are out there voting for the players that you want to see. If it's Clef, we'll see him back in that final matchup. But right now, we still have some players that are on deck to get into our 4th matchup of the day. Make sure you guys hit !vote and go and vote. Again, it is a brand new vote every single round. So just because you voted 2 hours ago during the first game doesn't mean that vote carries through. It's a brand new poll with just the players that are remaining that have not played yet. Again, tonight we will see at least 2 players that will not play out of our 10. This was known by the players when they accepted our invites. It was a reality that they might not play. This is about community engagement and getting you guys into the choice and the process of selecting. It is chat's choice today.
D. Croft, of course, holding that Friday Night Football record, most consecutive victories, probably in that Friday Night Football Mount Rushmore. I think you'd also like to point out Seattle Seahawks club champion, and what I still go with was the best game of the clubs.
Oh, that was unreal. That was so much fun. I mean, just the hype and even the drama that, little 35-minute recreate, all that pressure builds up, and just to see the way that game finished was unreal. I mean, even though D. Croft won that game, that play by Kiv to end the game with the animation falling in, that's just one of the great all-time clutch plays in Madden history.
3rd down and 10, dropping back. Mo, he's got Hill. There's nobody over the top for Tyreek Hill. Nobody in a 10-foot radius. Wave goodbye to Tyreek Hill.
We talked about it earlier. 6 O-line package. You carry 5 linemen on your team. It's going to put a wide receiver at the tight end position. And with these heavy run defenses where you blitz all your linebackers, that means you got Tyreek Hill running at the tight end spot, clean down the middle of the field for a touchdown.
Jay Luck in the chat asking, how does he have a safety at linebacker in 3-4 odd?
Boogz is very creative with that, and I actually don't know the way to do that. And if I did, I'm not going to sell my guy out as he's got that tournament next week.
Cynical saying, you think we're getting Bugatti Boogz? We're getting Dugatti Boogz.
We're getting Bugatti. The Dugatti is for the live events on the stage. We're getting watered down Boogz offense today. I don't think we're going to see him watering down his defense. I think he'll run his defense for what it is and, hope it works out for the best. But offensively, we're seeing the New Orleans Saints offense, the Taysom Hill package, a little wing trio weak, some tight offset TE, but it is not the patented Boogz bunch.
Yeah, we're getting Boogz light. All the Boogz, half the calories. 1st and 10. Lamar in the pocket, finding Marvin Harrison. That's how he started off his last drive. 3 plays later, it was a touchdown.
So 1 drive each, 7 points each. Big play set up for Boogz, that deep corner route that got him into the end zone on his first drive. Also set up by a long run and slide by Lamar Jackson.
Zemo, we're saying we're getting Disney Boogz.
Disney Boogz.
7-7 the score.
He pulls the votes, that Disney Boogz.
He does. People love the Disney Boogz. Can't wait for that new Disney movie starring our man Boogz.
Hey, our guy Stoney05, Saturday Fun Day, my dudes. Hope everyone's having a positive and fantastic Saturday. We are. We hope you guys are as well. We appreciate it. That's a questionable read.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, Lattimore about had that back the other way.
Boogzy, don't make that throw next week in California.
He says, don't worry, I won't be in this formation, Nick.
Why does Zan continue to be a John Mayer apologist?
A John Mayer apologist. Oh no, Harp. My guy, Harp. We were friends. Hey, just because I'm a fan of Dead and Company, and there's like everyone in the chat's like, what is Dead and Company? John Mayer taking over as one of the lead singers. I'm a fan, and Harp is a purist.
Don't know who that was thrown to. Probably lucky that it fell incomplete. It was good coverage down the field by SeriousMoe.
Yeah, questionable read right there. Trying to hit Tyreek Hill coming back to the football. Usually you can get that animation and get a sliding catch, but I think he got an inaccurate dice roll on that throw. And unfortunately for Mo, that didn't go to his user, just out of his reach.
Cynical asking if we're getting tree bark bugs.
I think he's always tree bark bugs. He's going to, kale, plankton.
That's just bugs. 4th and 3, trying to keep the drive alive. An opportunity for Mo to get some momentum defensively with a stop. 7-7 here in our King of the Hill game number 3. Remember, exclamation point, vote in the chat to vote who will be in our next matchup. Lamar waiting underneath. Started off the drive with a dig route. This time finding Harrison one more time coming across the field.
Good patience right there by Boogz. You saw right there, 3-route combination, max protection, a little whip route back over the middle of that shallow cross. You saw Mo, he tried to bait that throw underneath and then peel back to the deep route, but Boogz stayed patient on the read and hit the little diving possession catch, moving the chains for a first down. Boogz has looked good here in a secondary offense, can't lie. It's going to be his defense that's got to come through for him and get a stop, because I think the offense looks pretty solid so far.
OG Cash Guy asking Zan, you going to stream tomorrow?
Am I going to stream tomorrow? No, I'm not going to get home until 7 p.m. tomorrow night. I've got an early morning flight out and a long layover.
We know Monday.
Yes, I'll be live Monday for Madden Live.
Looking over the top for Hill. That's triple coverage. The black jerseys collapsing on Tyreek Hill. Seems like that's the only way to stop Hill. Put 3 guys over the top of him.
So right there, he went with that comeback post combination where you run the comeback on the short side of the field and then that deep post over the top from the wide side. Good job by Mo to make the adjustments to stop that. There's that Taysom Hill.
And he put the ball on the ground, but one of the big linemen picking it up. That's when you go pat your offensive line on the back. Go, thanks, man.
Well, you saw right there, he went to conservative. I think he forgot to make that adjustment early, and that's why Lamar fumbled. Fortunately for him, it was right into the arms of a teammate. So he's got 3rd down and short here. He's going to stay in this wing trio weak formation.
BG fan with a hot take.
What's the hot take? Dashing isn't that important. Oh, BG. BG.
And a 1. We got a 7-7 ball game. It's all tied up, and Zan, the most important development, is just incredibly disappointed with BG.
BG and I are friends, man. We talked about that during lineup setting time, and I said that you've got to spend all the cap on luck with the dashing deadeye. It's a difference maker.
3rd down and 2. 3 wide set, 4 Boogz out of the shotgun. Lamar, quick out route. Tyreek Hill. Sometimes just go to the simple bag of tricks. Quick out route against match coverage on the outside.
Yeah, right there. That's a smart read. Just a little simple out route. You saw off coverage. Outside defensive back was playing about 7-8 yards off the ball, and that slot defender was not close enough to make that play. Simple pitch and catch, move the change. Smart decision by Boogz.
The King and D Freak saying vote for the King.
I think someone asked if I'm going to be NMO Zan. No, I'll be traditional Zan. NMO's after dark session.
1st down and 10. Boogz with the ball, under 4:20 to go. Jackson outside of the pocket, looking downfield. Coverage is good. Playmaker, no room. He'll just chuck that out of bounds.
Boogz is in the New Orleans Saints offense. He's running a mix of the gun Y-off trio weak, the gun tight offset TE, and then you see that gun Taysom Hill package, which you can audible into. You see right there when he does that, that allows him to run this quarterback blast. But again, if you're Mo, you see the formation reset. That's a tell right there.
Woo! Woo! Woo, looking like
Good
shades of the King, our man Boogsy, with Lamar Jackson to the house, making the King proud with that stick.
This offense is taking a step forward with the addition of the Taysom Hill package. You can now run dynamic quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson with fast break and not have to run the Panther heavy to really make it work. You can run this spread heavy offense like the Saints and just get out and go. The one thing I was going to say is when he audibled into that, you saw the receivers all kind of compress up a little bit. Mo knew what that was right away, but he just picked the wrong gap.
Oh, he had the block animation, by the way. He gave Boogz a little taste of his own medicine, but only Boogz can pull off that field goal block. How about the stick work, making Lamar Jackson look like a matador? Gave him a little shimmy shake, and he was gone.
Yeah, it was great stick work by Boogz right there. You know, when you're running the big dime 1-4-6, there's a lot of coverage you have to have with that safety. It's either the A gap or you got to hit that B gap. Right there, Boogz just kind of waited it out, made the swerve to the outside, and went to the races.
Just like that, Boogz on top 14-7. He's playing for respect. Put some respect on that name of your Atlanta Falcons club champion. SeriousMoe, though, he takes a hit. That's a bold play, taking the hit with the tight end. First down and 10. We're going to see some Eric Dickerson?
Oh, certainly. Yeah, you got to stick with the approach here. You saw in that last drive, Boogz was pretty concerned with the run, blitzed everyone, and left Tyreek Hill at tight end wide open. You see right now Tyreek Hill in motion, going to go to a wing on the weak side of the formation. You have to respect that at all times. He can run a vertical right down the middle of that defense, and he's going to be faster than that Pat Tillman in center field. So always got to respect him. Oh, man, if he was on a streak, he was gone right there again.
He's going to take a shot, but Prime Time's back there. He's probably lucky he actually got the inaccurate dice roll, because if that's on the money, probably going the other way. 14-7. Guys, don't forget, vote still active. If you voted in the past round, your vote's not counting now. You got to vote each and every time. Exclamation point vote in the chat for who will be our next winner. All right, y'all, let's give away our last Grubhub gift card. We got one more. It's $25 in free Grubhub. All you got to do in the chat, put Grubhub, one word, no spaces, and you'll be entered to win. Grubhub, one word, no spaces in the chat to be entered to win that $25 Grubhub gift card from our friends over at Grubhub.
I form H tight. It's going to be Dickerson. A little fall forward animation, but a good tackle right there by Boogz. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 here for Mo. What I've seen so far is Boogz is very concerned with the run. So you've got to start working Tyreek vertical, because Boogz has to respect that with the user. It's a must, or else it's a touchdown. That's going to open up your angle routes, your drags, your posts underneath. And then you see Dickerson at the fullback position. That tells you right here that if he's running a pass, it's probably an angle route out of the backfield.
Oh, pressure right up the middle. You got to block the big man, Danny Shelton, coming down Main Street.
And that's exactly what he called right there. Angle route, little corner route, and then the post. But Boogz sent the house and was able to get home. The big man able to bring the sack. 4th down and 14, and Mo's going to go for this.
And Boogz looking for a big stop, getting back with Primetime, trying to play defense. Oh, great defense. The pressure gets there. Marshawn Lattimore, the New Orleans Saint, the former Buckeye, with the play. How about Boogz? 1st and goal from the 9.
Great defense by Boogz. He's sending everyone right now, and rather than going 5 out in the offense and trying to quick dot it, Mo's trying to pick it up and use the dashing dead eye, move that pocket, and the escape artist try to move the pocket and set his feet. Not enough time. Great defense once again by Boogz, and now he's going to be coming out in the – I think it was a decoy. He's going to go ahead and burn a timeout. Looks like he's switching up single back wing stack right here. Maybe that's something here with Boogz that's to his advantage. He just gets to freestyle and play, gets to play just kind of this on a whim style football. Looks like we had a winner here, and it's Deshaun, but he's not following. So with Boogz on the screen, it would be apropos. Let's go ahead and get those re-roll dice emotes in the chat. We're going to have to roll another winner, and it's a shame because I'm not one of those guys that likes to see guys win and not be able to claim their giveaway.
Guys, remember to win any of our giveaways today. All you got to be doing is following the channel, be active in chat, and be a positive force for good. Poor Deshaun or Deshaun. All I know to call you is not a winner. You didn't hit that heart button.
It's unfortunate.
It's free to follow.
Yeah, the 2 things we ask, just follow the channel. 3 things, actually. Follow the channel. Be a positive force for good. Don't be, what's the word you use?
Crap weasel.
Crap weasel. I had to remember that. And then make sure you guys are voting. King of the Hill, chat's choice, ! Vote in the chat. Go and vote for who you want to see next. If the score stays the way it is right now, Boogz will stay on the hill, and we'll have a new competitor up next. And you guys get to decide. That's the beauty of this format.
Grubhub, one word, no spaces. We'll hit the 2-minute warning. We'll update you on the poll at the end of the half. Right now, Boogz has been impressive here in the first quarter. Running what you're probably not going to see him run this next week. in the clutch. His defense, though, has been the impressive part for me.
Yeah, I was really expecting him to struggle against the run. Mo's thrown the ball a little bit more than I thought, and that's kind of played into Boogz' approach. I really like the way Boogz has played defense in this ball game.
From not following to a man who's been following since July of 2017, Lambda Kai guy, 616. You won that Grubhub gift card as Lamar Jackson, patient run from Boogz into the end zone, extending the lead off that stop on 4th down.
Lamar Jackson single-handedly carrying Boogz right now is the long run on his first drive that set up the corner route for the touchdown, then the long run on the blast for his second touchdown, and then good patience right there. Not quite the king like where you just stop and wait, but very good patience on that. Followed his blocks well. Finds himself up by 2 scores. I don't think anyone saw this coming after that dominant performance by Mo in our previous game.
And not only that, especially after what we saw Boogz do last night, which was he won his first 2 games, but came up against some stiffer competition in the 3rd round and really felt like he was pretty bagged the whole time.
Yeah, I think that Mo, after that game last night against Canes, he decided to take this different approach against Clef, and it just worked out so well that he stuck with it. But even against a guy like Boogz, you're running bunch against Boogz. That's one of those formations that Boogz knows how to.
Good pressure up the middle.
I'm trying to see, was that Ed Reed that got that pressure there? I think it was. He's pausing here. I'm not sure what he's doing. Try to see who that was bringing that pressure there for Boogz. Maybe that's the approach right here. He's using Ed Reed at that inside linebacker position, trying to get him to hit those gaps and just chase the quarterback down. Very unique way of playing that defense. But again, we noticed that from the top of the broadcast, Ed Reed playing the inside linebacker position for Boogz.
Remember, guys, keep voting in the chat.
Yeah, it looks like he's got Reed at the left linebacker, inside backer on the screen, and is that Shazier at the right inside linebacker with the star? And then he's got Dion at strong safety. Yeah, that's what it is.
Prime time, Tillman. That's quite a defense. Keep voting, guys. We'll update you on the poll at halftime. 2nd down to 10 for SeriousMoe. Pressure coming. Dumps it off to TJ Logan. He'll pick up the 1st down and step out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
So maybe that pause by Mo just to get his bearings. He's kind of been on his heels. I mean, literally on his heels. He's been running straight backwards at the snap for the last 2 drives. Try to go ahead and breathe and try to reset. See what he can do to attack this very aggressive defense that Boogz has been playing.
21-7. Boogz with the lead, and we're in that crucial time before the half. 1st and 10. There's a lot of room out there. He could take off, but he might have Hill over the top. So many times we've seen Tyreek Hill with a bunch of defenders in the rear view. Say goodbye to Tyreek the Freak.
He's had him on corner routes pretty much all game long. He needs to be on the 9 route, that old school, just run down the middle of the field, because Boogz has to respect it. If he freezes to read run or pass for half a second, it's a touchdown. It's such a low-hanging fruit type of route in that formation where you have to send everyone. Tyreek Hill at tight end running down the middle of the field is really hard to stop.
I just feel like when you have Tyreek Hill, you just got to play like you did backyard football when you just needed a touchdown. You just looked at your friends and went,
go.
Just go on. Just go. I'll throw it out there, man. Tyreek Hill with the touchdown, and Boogz, though, going to get the ball back. Minute 35 to go. 7-point lead. Looking for this to be the last drive of the half. Put some points on the board.
We always talk about it. I mean, one of his best friends in the world, User, says, just enough time to do something stupid. And I steal that line every time, because you see players do the worst things that they make. The worst decisions usually are before half.
Skins Bo Yee saying, who's the skinny guy with the Magnum stash? It's my man, Zan.
My guy, Skins. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for hopping in the chat. We appreciate everybody hanging out on this Saturday, a little F&F Saturday edition.
Guys, there's no giveaway running right now with the tickets or exclamation point giveaway. We got none of that going on tonight, but we will have those NFL 100 cards for you after the break, as well as we're going to give away 4 of those during the stream, 1 on Twitter after the stream as well. Yeah, so we've still got plenty of games left. We're going to be giving away those NFL 100s. We're going to show you who those players are after this game. We were holding off until this game was over. We'll have those giveaways on deck for you. I'll talk to the powers that be and see if maybe we can add in some Playbook GG codes today as well. You got some Playbook GG giveaways over on YouTube, though. Yeah, we do. Exclamation point GG in the chat. That'll take you over to our YouTube channel, as we're about to break 20,000 YouTube subscribers. And to celebrate that with you guys who have been such loyal followers of the channel, we're going to give away 5 one-month codes and a year
code on that video. So go check that video out.
3rd and 10 for Boogz outside of the pocket. So much time, and he'll have to throw this one away. Let's see how aggressive he gets. 21-14 the score. Looks like he's going to punt this one away. By the way, everyone's talking about the Zan stash. I got a better name for it, okay?
All right, let's hear it.
The Zan Dyke. Part of the Van Dyke, which is, I believe it's just the beard without the mustache. It's the goatee without the mustache.
Do I shave the chin goatee and just come in with just mustache next week?
Just go straight Magnum PI.
Yeah, Dubby said I need to just go straight mustache. I don't know if I'm ready to do that.
I want the connector, and then I want you to do the platinum blonde and go full NWO.
I told my wife, I was like, yeah, I'm going to Walmart. I'm going to get the blonde just for men, and this is turning blonde, just the mustache, and you're going to have to deal with it. She was like, no. I've lived 30 years of my life without growing a mustache, and now that I've done it, I'm wondering why I didn't just do it all along.
AKA Clock's going to dye the facial hair for full Hogan. Let's go.
Just got to play around with it, you know?
Well, Mo got his stop, and now an opportunity to tie it up before the half. Waiting, looking. He's got a man over there. That's TJ Logan inside the 25 to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I really like the route combination. He stopped trying to max protect the blitz, and he's running these wheel routes, and now Boogz is like, okay, well, I can't blitz 7 at you anymore. But I like the approach from SeriousMoe. Like I said, he's a great freestyler. He's willing to see and try different things mid-game, even if it doesn't feel comfortable, because if it works, it's going to flip that script on the defense.
Oh, Pawpaw saying go Scott Steiner style.
So just the little chin,
the soul patch that's dyed gray.
Just straight up, yeah, sleek gunmetal black gray. I say, as I say, I want to dye my mustache blonde.
Oh, that'd be gross. Handoff for Dickerson. How about Boogz? A little run defense inside the red zone. I'm Ron Burgundy. Guys, keep on voting. That vote will be live until there are zeros or until there's a tap out. So plenty of time to vote. We'll update you on that at halftime. This game, it's been a little. It's not plotting. It's just taking a while because we're seeing some passing, and it hasn't been the cleanest game on either side.
No, I mean, and not to be expected with Boogz running a secondary offense and obviously trying to adapt to Mo on the fly. Mo being a freestyler himself, he's known to play some ugly games every now and then.
Uh-oh, pressure, ball's out. Mitchell Schwartz can't pick it up. It's picked up by Clowney. Oh, run, big fella. You love to see big guy touchdowns. And Jadeveon Clowney doing his best Shady McCoy with the ball in one hand.
The former Gamecock, going to give a 2-possession lead there for Boogz. I can't believe what I just saw right there. You saw Mo with the wheel route, a little angle route. He had both running backs open. Unfortunately, though, he's able to get to the quarterback and Clowney back the other way for a touchdown. A little reminiscent of that, what was that, the Citrus Bowl that he did that against Michigan? I know you love seeing that, right?
My favorite play ever.
Being an Ohio State Buckeyes fan, right?
Oh, just Jadeveon Clowney in the backfield. Boom, shakalaka. So here's the question. But is that a big guy touchdown? Clowney is an athletic
that dude's a freak.
player.
That dude's a freak. You want to know a fun fact? The Bears punter, O'Donnell, faster 40 and more reps on the 225 than Clowney at that combine.
Skinsbo Yee saying, studio looks super clean. Great job. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. I mean, you guys are the ones that made that possible. I mean, your support allowed us to build this studio and really blow up F&F every single week.
Ted's my Thunderbud said, is this to make up for last night?
No, we ran a tournament last night.
We've had this plan for a while. This isn't like a surprise.
Hashtag we aren't EA.
Hashtag we're not EA. Keep those votes coming in. 32 seconds left in the first half. Boogz opened up a 14-point lead. Game 3. Rocket's asking, why is he blocking Tyreek? It's a good question.
He's got him double teamed. He's got a guy on the inside linebacker on him. Boogz is looking really good right now defensively. He's adapting well.
Maybe this should be his defense and offense in the clubs.
I mean, he's going to see plenty of this formation in the clubs, I would assume. It's a fairly popular formation, the strong H-wing. You've got the dive, F-trail, stretch looky, the PA power O, which is a one-play touchdown against cover 2, and I don't see it run nearly enough, but it's a really good formation.
28-14.
No, it's no shade, Flavor Dave. There's a lot of people out there that think that we had the powers to fix the servers last night. They assume that we are EA, I'm just clarifying. We're not. We're not EA. We're fans of the game just like you guys. We rip packs. We buy packs. We want the servers to work. We're right there with you on that.
Yeah, Rocket's pointing out drops are supposed to be active, but we're not making any promises just because of the server problems yesterday.
Right.
They were at work late trying to get those fixed and into the morning, so we're supposed to have them. If they work, Duffy says he got his drops.
Well,
so
there you go. And that's like pretty much every stream. You get guys that are like, I haven't got mine, and then the other half are like, I got mine, and
there you go. There's your answer.
As far as I know, they're active.
Boy, how about if Boogz is able to score in these 17 seconds? Is this game already over at that point?
I don't think it's over. When you're running Lamar Jackson, he could fumble at any time. The problem is just, right there. I mean, I think he's on conservative now, which is a smart decision for Boogz after that first fumble. It's going to be tough to stop this offense, though, because he can pass well from it, and then he can check into that QB blast and quick snap you at any point.
Well, we're at halftime. It is 28-14. Let's take a look. We'll get out of the way here. Here you go.
I'll move my chair. Hold on.
We'll back up a little bit. Game 4 of the King of the Hill right now. Wesley with a lead over Drini by 13 points. And I don't want to say it, but I think I saw Drini. He was lobbing a little bit for Wes. I know he wants to play, but he wants to see Wesley in there as well.
Let's call it what it is. Drini doesn't want to play Boogz.
Who does right now? I mean, the way Boogz is playing right now, would you want to play Boogz?
Yeah, I mean, they know each other well, right? So it's one of those games where, one of them's got to lose. They know each other's scheme. It'd be a tough game. Whereas, you play someone that isn't in your inner circle, it's easier to run your primary stuff and not, have to dig into your fourth and fifth reads.
I always ask people, especially like when we're down at the clubs, like, would you rather play a lab mate because you know what they're going to run, or would you rather play somebody that you don't know what they're running?
Oh, man. That's tough. Me being someone that usually tries to play off meta, I think I'd rather play somebody that is not in my circle.
That's usually the consensus.
Yeah, I mean, you don't feel comfortable having to run your offense and then try to ad-lib. Like, okay, I'd never put this guy in an out route, but why not? I'm just trying to find something that works. Here we go. The Dickerson show is Eric Dickerson out of the backfield. Boogz blitzed everyone. Good quick pass.
Ooh, Marshawn with the tackle.
How about that recovery speed by Lattimore right there? I could have sworn he would have been gone, but huge gain by Mo, and he needs this quick score to open up the second half. Normally, Mo, a second-half player, makes a lot of adjustments, starts to get a little bit more aggressive. This is a great ball game we have going on. I did not foresee Boogz showcasing on defense the way that he has. That was my one question, and he's shown up in a big way here.
Cody's in the chat saying we need the Wesley Boogz Dream Hack rematch.
Did you see the comment in the chat that says we need to be on the next 21 Jump Street movie?
Done. I'm there. Make it happen.
Is that him saying that you're Jonah Hill and I'm Channing Tatum? Because I got to lose a few more if I want to get there.
Wow, Jonah Hill. I never heard that comparison before. Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, whoever. Who's a little chubby and in Hollywood? That's who you look like, man.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff. 28-14 the score. This is an important drive for Mo. He needs 7 here just to cut it back to a 1-score lead.
Yeah, right here, this is usually where if you can get this down to a 1-possession lead, late third quarter, that's where players start to kind of think, okay, do I slow it down? What do I want to do? Do I want to start milking clock? Man, Boogz is just bringing
Boogz' defense?
Everyone right now.
Jadeveon Clowney with another sack. He's got 2 sacks and a fumble recovery on the day, and he's back Mo back to a 3rd and 28. Mo's sitting there going, why couldn't we play on regs today? I got regs.
Yeah, right. I mean, he looked really good last night playing in the regs before he just ran into a buzzsaw there in Canes. But, Boogz is showing out today. I mean, maybe he wanted this to be on salary cap last night. Oh, he's going to go up top. Questionable read. That's going to be intercepted by Lattimore.
Don't challenge Marshawn Lattimore one-on-one. He's going to win that battle each and every time.
Yeah, he's a definition of a shutdown man corner. He's one of my favorites in the game the last 2 years. Now Boogz in full control with ball up 14. This could be Lamar Jackson conservative show. Oh, little patience and gets outside. Going to slide down. Keep that clock moving. Smart decision.
Bed-Stuy Bandit saying, come on, Mo, you got this. He's in trouble. Boogz has the ball, picks up another first down. Pepper Spray saying, can Mo spell boxed? Ted's my Thunderbud saying, this is Mo with no armbar.
I mean, I don't think that's fair. If you were here for Friday Night Football last night, he was dominant until he ran into Canes, who honestly probably what we agree. He put together one of the top probably 2 or 3 defensive performances in a single Friday Night Football.
Yep.
I mean, Mo was surgical last night. There's no two ways about it. He just ran into a guy that, 1, he plays often, and 2, he was running hot too.
He was going to try to chuck it up, but Fletcher Cox gets to Lamar before he can throw it up. He had one-on-one on the outside. Rockets throwing up the a little conspiracy theory. He must be the Dugatti today.
As Boogz putting on the do-rag at home while not streaming.
He wants the win.
$250 on the line in this game. There will be $250 online in the next game, but you guys at home get to determine who that next game is going to be between. The winner of this one will stay, but you guys choose who's got next. Exclamation point, vote in the chat.
Lamar outside gets some of that 20 back. Don't forget, guys, we're going to show you those NFL 100, those 6 cards when we come back from break, and we're going to start those giveaways. We got 4 NFL 100s to give away during the stream, as well as 1 on Twitter.
We the North. I feel like I said something to him earlier, didn't I?
Probably.
Maybe. It's totally fine. The whole point of this whole King of the Hill format is for guys to bring their communities into the chat and get the engagement going in here. This is what this is all about, community building, wanting to get this engagement going and see how this format works. It's something new that we're trying. So quit shunning the players for, lobbying for votes. They want to get in this. There's going to be 2 players that aren't going to play today. So, of course they want to be on the stage playing in these events and getting their opportunity.
Heck yeah, who is Dez? The versatility of Zan is great. Can be play-by-play and color.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. Much appreciated, Dez. I prefer to be, in the color commentary role. Nick is, I really think he's the best of what he does here. It allows me to kind of focus more so on the color role.
Jackson on 3rd and 13, looking for the crosser. That's Tyreek Hill in front of Lattimore. Makes the diving catch, and that should take us to the 4th quarter. Boogz in firm control.
I've been so impressed with Boogz. I mean, if this is the style of defense he's going to bring next week at the Club Series, watch out, NFC South. You are being placed on notice right here during the King of the Hill. And, I mean, he's looking good. I mean, he said that he was going to take the next couple weeks off when I last talked to him, when we were commentating, and he said he was going to focus on, getting his cap game right for salary cap. And, I mean, it's showing. This is just a small sliver. I mean, this isn't the primary offense that he's running.
First down and 10 as 4's up in the chat. 5 minutes to go in this Game 3 of our King of the Hill. Winner stays on. Loser gets to wait until the final game to see if he gets another opportunity. That one for $500. Jackson on 1st and 10 outside of the pocket. White trying to run him down. Good angle by Mo. Smarter play by Boogz sliding down instead of going out of bounds.
Yeah, I was curious if Boogz was going to try to get sticky there and do a little stop and try to cut inside of that pursuit. Instead, he slides down, most importantly, stays in bounds, and he'll roll another 30 seconds off the clock. At this point, it's not the scoreboard he's playing for, it's the game clock.
And if he's able to keep running that down and kick a field goal here, is it GG's?
Yeah,
With a 17-point lead with under 4 minutes?
I'm not sure with the way that Mo's moved the ball offensively that he doesn't have enough at 28 right now for that to hold up. But, yeah, certainly right here, run the ball a couple more times, take your 3. No reason to do anything other than that.
Jaws 32-27. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Jaws actually won one of our we had a Madden Live stream on Tuesday. He won one of the he got a choice of card. We had winner's choice. I think he took Eric Dickerson.
Those Madden Live streams are different, man.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun to do them. But you get in there, you have to play the game, obviously, and then you're trying to coordinate lots of giveaways. It's a lot of fun. Israel, Gabby, Gibbs, Farrells, the whole team at EA makes those possible. And, they make the drops and the giveaways here possible as well. So shouts to those guys. Double duty this week here with Friday Night Football and all these giveaways.
You're saying Boogz getting surgical. Lamar taking a big hit. You don't want to see Lamar taking hit sticks, but he holds on to the ball. Are we getting a tap here at 28-14?
It looks like we are.
There it is.
So we're going to go ahead and take a snapshot of the vote at this point.
How
we're gonna
about
find out.
Boogz with the dominance? I mean, listen, we love our man Boogz, but I don't think anybody saw, considering especially how SeriousMoe played in Friday Night Football last night, Boogz going out in the round of 8, Boogz coming out with a 28-14 tap out, and he could have scored more.
Yeah, I mean, he really did a great job of upping the heat on Mo. He sent 6, 7 pretty much the entire game, didn't let him move the pocket and set his feet and make throws on the run. Really great approach.